Welcome to Mishna study Pesahim Mishnah. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss eating, right, or eating the end of the meal, right, eating the Korban Pesach. What we have today is the matzah at the end of the meal, and right, that's really in remembrance of that Korban Pesach. And are you allowed to eat after, right? After we eat that. I'm calling it that because today we've coined that as the afikomin, right? But afikomin really means, all other fruits that you're not allowed to eat after that, matzah or that korban pesach that you actually ate. So en maftirin achara pesach afikomon, right? Rambam is gores afikomon. We'll call it afikomin. Other people call it afikoman, right? So you got a lot of gisaot over here, right? But the point over here is after you have the korban pesach, after you finish eating the korban pesach, you cannot have anything, right? Afikomin over here means any fruits, any desserts that will bring after the meal. Harambam brings some examples of some bizzards, some dried seeds, figs, raisins, shkedim, right, almonds, similar, anything like that you can't have after you have the korban pesach, right? So afikomin are those little delicacies, those desserts afterwards. That's what you're not allowed to have after you have the korban pesach. In place of the Korban Pesach, we have that matzah at the end. Yeshnu miktzatan yochelu, v'chulan lo yochelu. Let's say part of the group during the seder, right? They fell asleep, right? Then everyone is allowed to you're allowed to continue eating. V'chulan lo yochelu, right? But if everyone fell asleep, that's it, right? Then you're not allowed to continue eating, right? That's considered a break. In that Korban Pesach, if everyone was to wake up and eat again, it's as if they were eating it in two separate groups, right? It's because it's two different totally times. There's two different groups. The entire group fell asleep. Rabbi Yosef says, look, there's a difference between falling asleep and dozing off, right? Right? If you just, they were, if you call their name, they hear you, you're dozing off, then you could, eat. But near demu, right? But if they fell asleep, then you're not allowed to eat. Halakha is like Rabbi Yosef, and it's also building on the words of Tanna Kama, meaning according to Rabbi Yosef, the only time you're not allowed to eat is if the entire group totally fell asleep. Right, then you can't go ahead and continue eating. But if the entire group were dozing off, or part of the group, fell asleep, then you're allowed to continue. Halakha is like Rabbi Yosef.